Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Michael for Spirit Comics. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to talk about DC Comics and Diamond right now. So if you're new here, subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so you don't miss any new uploads. Also, please do give this video a thumbs up and share it around. And please do comment because that does help and it does encourage me. Now, first off, just to give you a little bit of backstory, because this is actually what happened. When the COVID-19 started some months ago, Diamond Distribution, the company that distributes comic books everywhere, said we're closing shop. And I think the original agenda was to close shop until August. Well, after a while, DC Comics decided they didn't want to wait. So they were going to start their own distribution. You can't move away from Diamond. And they did. Diamond, however, didn't like this too much. So now that you're a little bit caught up, here's the article put out on April 25th of this year by Rich Johnston for Bleeding Cool, titled DC Comics arrives in stores in bubble wrap. Now, here's what he says. That is how you make an impact on comic book retailers as a new distributor of comic books. Bleeding Cool has reports that retailers have started to receive comic book titles for sale on Tuesday, not Wednesday, without actually receiving any restrictions on sale date. They could start selling them right now. But Lunar Distribution, also known as DCBS, seems to have learned from their own need to sell comic books in decent condition and have left nothing to chance. Retailers received their comic books in as close to mint condition as possible, courtesy of copious, that means a lot, and oversized bubble wrap. Retailers have reported to Bleeding Cool that they have never known distribution like it. See, there's the bubble wrap. And that's big bubble wrap. Rich Johnson goes on to say, so what books have retailers been receiving? Batman Giant 4, of course, over a month after Walmart had it, and naturally printed at Transcontinental Printing in Canada back in February. And then he goes on to show some other books that were released. Daphne Byrne, somebody I don't know anything about. And also The Dreaming, I know nothing about this one. These books were received in really good condition, courtesy of the bubble wrap. And he says, zooming in on that in the whatever that word is, we get a better idea of what's going on. These are copies of Daphne Byrne and The Dreaming that were printed back on March 20th before the shutdown. We presume that Diamond had all these, but they may instead be overrun that DC kept, now repurposed for these new distributors. And he says, could this be why DC Comics chose these titles for week 1 product they already had in their own warehouses and enough to satisfy likely demand? Excuse me. Something that might not be true of Batman 92, maybe. And he says the same goes for the reprint titles, which DC has, for the moment, I think, put a stop to. These do not appear to be in the additional printings on top of those stored at Diamond, but part of the original run from the original printers and dated as such. And he says in closing, what will happen in subsequent weeks? We don't yet know. But there is another wrinkle when it comes to additional printings not designated as such. Transcontinental Printing of Canada is open for business again, and that includes comics. The new distributor wars of 2020 just got even more interesting. And then about a month later, May 24th, Bleeding Cool put out this article that Diamond was now putting out comic books with bubble wrap. He said Rich Johnston writes that Rod Lamberty of Rodman Comics, Iowa, got his Diamond Comic Distributor's delivery for this coming Wednesday, yesterday, which is pretty early for Diamond. But there's more besides. We've previously looked at the large amounts of packaging that comic book stores have been receiving from new DC Comics Distributor, Lunar Distribution, created by DCBS, especially in comparison with their packages from Diamond Comic Distributors, with all too familiar damages. Well, this week they appear to have received something additional to their package that they hadn't seen before. Big bubble wrap, and it shows what's inside. Inside the wrap are this coming Wednesday's comic books, and as Rod tells me, everything is there as ordered and not one damage. Could it be that new DC Comics distributors have been inspiring Diamond to add a little bubbly magic to their boxes? Earlier shipping as well, giving retailers more time to prepare for a new Comics Day. Is that what competition does to the market? It seems so. Now, I can tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, from my own experience, well, not necessarily my own experience, but in the past when I've gone to Purple Earth Comics here in Huntington, West Virginia, John Horst at times has not had the new comics up on the shelves, and it's due to the fact, I believe, now he will correct me if this is wrong, that Diamond doesn't deliver their books on time. So he will sometimes get them in late, around 1 p.m. when I think they're supposed to be available by 11 a.m. and this has happened numerous times in years past. And Rich writes, we also get another letter from their Back the Comeback campaign, and like the last time, that wasn't damaged either. Well, maybe that's the store owner talking there. Could this be good news for everyone? There has been criticism from some prominent comic book retailers regarding Diamond's shipping procedures. Even with the new packaging that they brought in last year, there has also been criticism of Diamond's monopoly status for certain publishers to comic book stores. But that is effectively over now for DC Comics, at least. It could be that the existence of UCS and Lunar have led them to up their game, especially for relatively smaller stores like Rodman Comics and like Purple Earth Comics here in Huntington, West Virginia. You know, because not everybody has a big comic book store, you know. This Rodman's Comics and Purple Earth Comics, they're small stores. You could fit a bedroom inside a small comic book store. That's probably true. Well, maybe not a small bedroom, but you get the idea. So this is good news for the stores and good news for the customers. So hopefully, if Diamond keeps this up, then the retailers won't be complaining and the customers won't be complaining, and everyone will be happy. Of course, that's in a perfect world, and we don't live in a perfect world. That's the news for this video. Also, I will be including the links to these two articles down in the description below. So if you want to go and read these articles for yourself, then you can. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please do subscribe. Click that notification bell so you don't miss any new uploads. Also, please do give this video a thumbs up and share it around. And don't forget to comment. I am Michael for Spirit Comics. Till next time, true readers, may all your news be good news.